Deric,
What's
what's
up, my
going on,
brother?
man?
Hey, I heard you jamming, man.
Listen, I'm like delirious. It's been such a long day. I'm like, all right, let's get
Yeah,
to
hey, you
it.
gotta get it in, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You heard me?
Of course, of course. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm good, man. I just got home. I had a long, busy day. I just got back home from training.
Nice.
So my body's kind of sore, kind of aching, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
All good. But you know, the sores right then, it's that next day that's gonna get you.
Oh yeah, which it's all good. I've been training. I've been doing two-a-days for like 2 weeks now, so my
Wow.
body's kind of used to it. So
Okay.
it is what it is.
Awesome, awesome. So
Yeah.
everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. We are now talking to actor Deric Augustine, and we're super excited to talk to this young man. He's been doing this thing, and like I said, we're trying to figure out what else he got going on, talk about some of the things he's been doing. But first and foremost, how have you been throughout this whole pandemic and
Yeah.
quarantining and all that?
So you know what? It's been this quarantine allowed me to work on some personal projects that I've been kind of working on for the past couple years. So I'm grateful for that. But it affected my life, my family life, and my friends' lives to an extent where we had to put things on hold. And personally, I was working on a project in Richmond, Virginia, when COVID really hit and we had to take a break. And production was like, we're gonna send y'all home for 2 weeks, and we'll be all right. They didn't know the severity of it, and then boom, now here we are, and things are starting to open up. I started working on another project that I can't really talk about. A couple weeks. It's been a couple weeks now, and we shoot on a Warner Bros. Lot in LA, and it's a lot of rules and stipulations and guidelines that we have to follow in order to work. And the cast, we get tested three days a week.
Wow.
And for me, I'm a recurring guest star, so as soon as I get tested every day, because I might pop in 2 days this week, 3 days this week, and you just never know. So they're SAG and these studios and these producers are really doing the best to keep this thing contained, and so we can work, if that makes any sense.
No, for sure. And this, what, I never asked this question, and I've been speaking to a lot of people throughout this time. The second, it had the quarantine happened, they said they're gonna let you go for 2 weeks. Then 1 week hit. Around that 1 month, month and a half, what was you thinking? Like, because this is your livelihood, you can't work from home,
Well, you know what? When that happened, it was like a week. I was like, we haven't. My agents, my manager, we haven't heard anything. And 2 weeks hit. We're like, what's going on? And then the world around you, you get the news, and you realize how severe and serious this thing is. So for me, it was. I tried not to be selfish, and I realized that everyone was affected by this, not just me. Everyone in every demographic and in every economical standpoint and every job and person that's doing other jobs than I was doing, we were all affected. So the thing I had to do was to realize is that this is a global pandemic, so I can't be selfish. I had to utilize the resources that I have. Luckily, I had a good amount of savings that I knew I was going to be straight. So that held me over, and so just patiently waiting, man. And like I told you, it gave me the time to work on my personal project. So I was grateful in a way, but it was a total 180, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Awesome. So even during that time, what were some of the things you were doing, kind of like focusing on self-care, and I think it's so important to talk about those type of things, because I feel like like for me, I got a therapist. Over this time, I said, let me go and get a therapist, talk to someone, this is a good time. I could go ahead and, do it over the phone or whatever. What were some of the things you were kind of focusing on in that realm?
So self-care is very important to me. Unfortunately, I lost my mother 7 years ago. And being in my early 20s, and as a black man, you know how it is. We're supposed to man up. We're not supposed to seek help. We're not really supposed to show our emotions. But during that time when I lost my mother, man, I was I was lost. I was broken, heartbroken, and when you lose your why, you know, it's hard to keep going again, to keep that fire behind you. So I got a therapist, man, you know, and it which really helped me out. It helped my sanity and helped me realize that I got to keep going. My mother's still with me in spirit, man. And so it's, you know, seeking help is nothing new to me.
Right.
So, but during this time, I've been luckily my mental's I've been sane, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's really because I know who I am as a person. Right. And I know how to deal with certain things, and like I said, I'm a writer, man, as well. So it helped me home into my writing, and that was my outlet, if that makes any sense.
Great. That's great. Were there any new hobbies that you picked up?
Not really, man. You know, I'm a big sports guy. Okay. Luckily, I have a park right near my home that was open. Okay. So a couple buddies and I who were made sure we were all COVID free. We, you know, threw the football, did some routes, played a little basketball and stuff like that. But I don't know, not too many. I mean, I started playing my guitar again, man. So I bought a new guitar during this COVID thing and started, you know, picking that back up. That's really about it, bro. Honestly.
Awesome. So I've seen you for a while, social media, all that good stuff, but I really I got to see your acting in Godfather of Harlem. And that show, I feel like, I don't know why I didn't feel like I heard enough people talking about it.
Man.
Because it's so dope. The show is so dope.
Yeah, it is. It's a dope show, dope storyline. Yep. Great actors, man. Icons, really. You got, you know, Vincent D'Onofrio, you got Forrest Whitaker. And, you know, just working with those guys, it was kind of like, I'm not going to say a dream come true, but it kind of made me realize that I'm doing something right in my career, if that makes any sense. Yep. So, the whole process of booking that, you know, it was, I auditioned for Ali or Cassius Clay. Yep. And, you know, I got into the zone, and I was like, I think I can book this thing, man. Right. But it was crazy because I was working on NBA 2K at the time, so I had to fly back and forth from San Francisco and here. So for the call back, and I got a producer session, and I was like, man, I'm getting kind of close to this. You know, then you get into negotiations with the studio, and I learned that I book it, man. I was happy beyond belief, man, and to be able to work alongside with Forrest Whitaker, I swear, man, I was in a scene where I go to talk to him for him to help me out. Mm-hmm. Midway through the scene, I just had this epiphany, like, whoa, this is Forrest Whitaker sitting on the side, sitting in front of me, man. Right. And it just made me realize that all the training that I've done, you know, the foundation that I built helped me get to where I am today. And it took, I don't want to curse, man, but it took so damn long, bro. Wow. But I think God prepares you in a way that when you reach a certain pinnacle in your career, he makes sure you're ready for it. It's not rushed. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you what, man, I put in so much blood, heart, and sweat into my craft that when I do, you know, when I'm in front of that camera, I have this confidence, man. And not too many people know this, man. I went to drama school. Yeah. You know, I dropped everything at 21 after I graduated college, and I moved to New York when I didn't have no family, no friends out there, man. And studied acting at Negro Ensemble Company, where, you know, some of the greats came through, like Denzel Washington and so many others. And so I've been blessed to have a foundation that drives my career. But Godfather of Harlem, man, it's not too many. I don't think too many people know about it because it's on EPIX.
It's on EPIX, right? Yeah. I know we promoted it. We promoted it heavy.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah.
I think for me personally, I love like the biopic type of things where you get to kind of learn more about, you know, you always get the stories or whatever from the Facebook, but when you see the movies and the biographies, even when it's loosely based, it's still such a great story, you know, it's such a great attention for more people to, you know, kind of pay attention to. And I know, I mean, looking at your Instagram, there's supposed to be, is a season 2, right?
Oh man, we getting ready for season 2 right now. You heard me?
Perfect,
So
perfect,
that's what I've
perfect.
been training for, man. So me and the EPs, we've been talking, and you know, we're gonna start shooting soon. I can't really talk too much about it because I can't really give out too many details, but I know we're gonna shoot a certain select of episodes coming up before Christmas, and we're gonna finish early next year to qualify for the Emmys. So that's why we're trying to really crank it up. And Cassius Clay is gonna have a big role in coming up, man. So that's why I've been doing my due diligence, getting ready, preparing, and you know, I'm taking this so like really serious. I tell all my friends I'm training so hard because, man, I want an Emmy for a guest star role.
Good, of course. No, listen,
So,
speaking into existence. But I'm even saying, like, how do you train of the likes of Muhammad Ali? Like, what does that look like? You know,
that entail?
It look. I mean, just thinking about it, it's like, damn, you know.
Right. So right now I'm doing a physical part, so I got to gain 10 more pounds. I lost. Once I did that role initially, I lost a lot of that weight.
Okay.
So I'm gaining the weight back. I already gained 5. I got 10 more to go.
Okay.
So that's the physical aspect of it. So I'm start boxing training on the 1st. I do 2-a-days right now with my trainer, and that's the physical aspect. Now the mental, the work, the craft aspect is that I'm going to be training with my coach, dialect training, speech training, and you know, his whole mannerism and stuff like that. And then I watch the videos, I listen to his audio interviews. Anything I can grab from him, I do it. I usually spend a couple hours, and once we get closer to shooting, I'm gonna be Muhammad Ali before I even get on set. And I'm not gonna break character until the weekends. That's how I do my when I'm playing someone.
Right.
That's my thing. That's what keeps me in the zone.
How you do it? Yeah, keep you going. Your regimen, keep you in flow. That makes sense. So, what is one of the most interesting things about Cassius Clay that you didn't
I didn't know. You know what? Growing up, I was a big fan of Muhammad Ali and Cassius. I mean, before he was Muhammad Ali, and this dude was in the '60s. He was so into the culture and not really branding Black people, but empowering Black people because of his stardom and his accolades. And at the time, in the '60s and the '50s and the '70s, is a point in time where we couldn't really speak up for ourselves. We were, still doing, we still had Jim Crow law, segregation was still going on. And for him to be like, empowering us, empowering his people, that meant a lot to the people around him, the people who didn't have a voice, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So when I really started digging deep into his interviews and just learning how well spoken he was, that really was a turning point in my I want to put this the right way, in the way I viewed him and the way he used his platform.
Right.
So that's one of the things that really stood out to me. But just like the hard work that he put into his craft,
right?
That's what I do into my craft as well. So it's all relatable, and we can all look at his career and his life and use that to inspire others and to inspire what we do in our lives as well. So, but he was a boss, man.
Right.
He was a boss, and he was charismatic, had this charm about him, and well spoken.
Right.
And he's a true icon, man. And God bless his soul. I mean, I can say that.
Sure. No, and it's interesting you talk about how he used his platform and used who he was. We're seeing a lot of that now. With everybody, just the situation we're in and how the voices of everybody is being uplifted, because we just really trying to pass this torch and really just trying to go past this particular American horror story, I would call it, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to know your thoughts on, you know, people and influencers, specifically using their platforms, you know, to speak on social injustice and those type of things.
I feel like that's what we are supposed to do. You know, we have this platform for a reason. It's not just to, you know, showcase our talents. That's important as well.
Right.
But we should be able to speak about social injustice, to talk about police brutality and other things that's going on in the world right now, because especially being a black male or a black female in this day and age, I feel like as though the world is changing.
Yeah.
And I feel as though it's changing for good and for better, and we're reaching a pinnacle where we all have to use the platforms that we have to inspire others and to talk about stuff that may be wrong in the world, and especially in you know where we live in the States. And don't get me wrong, not every country's have their ups and downs, but right now our country just feels so divided, man. It's just, you know, it just feel like we're going through so much division into 2020, man. I feel like we're back in the 60s or the 70s, man, and it's hard to feel that way, but it is what it is, and we only going to get better if we all come together and talk about
and vote. Everybody needs to vote.
Everybody needs to vote, man. As soon as I got my ballot, I sent it out the same day. That's important, man. Please go out there and vote, man. Register if you're not registered. Your vote matters. Your voice matters, man. Some people, a lot of my friends talk about, oh, I'm not voting. It's one vote. It's not gonna matter. Dude, yes, it does. Think about it, everybody. If everyone had that mentality, then none of our votes would matter. But if we all just come together and all vote, then we could change the world, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the great things about being here is, you know, we get to elect our officials, and the only way to do that is if you register to vote and you actually vote. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect. Absolutely right. So today is a big day. So I'm trying to make sure I get the name right. It's Monster, a film by Livia, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
that is out today.
Yeah, that came out today. It's a cool little concept that Livia did, man. Which is a friend of mine. She's an artist, and she's a singer, and she did like a movie inside of her music video, which is so dope. And she put a lot of sweat and hard work into this, man. A lot of money into this video, and it came out today. I think you can see. I think you can see it on YouTube, and so it's like a music video, but a movie entwined with this music video, and it's a dope concept.
It looks like kind of like a mystery type of game of clue type of thing.
Exactly, mystery slash like live action Scooby-Doo type of thing.
Right.
Which was a dope little concept she put together, man. But yeah, check that out. I wish I could talk about these other two projects I have coming out, man, but I can't really speak on that. Of course, you know, Godfather of Harlem season 2, we're about to start filming that.
Yep.
And what else I can talk about? The 2K joint.
That's what I want to ask.
Yeah.
That when I was doing some research on your stuff, and I didn't even realize that piece of it. And for me, I'm like, you know, you a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, you playing this game, and then 10 years later, or whatever the case may be, you're actually in the game and not as a baller, which, you know, is normally how you're in the game, because they changed it up. That's not normally how they kind of position the game, right? But how was that experience? Well, I guess actually let's start this way. Let's tell people what it is.
Yeah.
And then we can go on to how it was.
So NBA 2K career mode is like honestly, man, the director, Sheldon Candace, he explains it as a movie inside of a video game. And basically that's what it is, and that's what it was. Only thing difference is they put me in this mocap suit, which is like a spandex tight suit with all these modules, these buttons on it that picks up your movement from these cameras wrapped around the studio. And I had a front module with this camera facing right in front of me that captured all my my facial expressions. And man, it was an experience that I'm never going to forget. Now, hopefully I'll get to do more of it. But, you know, we shot for like 6 months in San Francisco. That's where 2K is located. Yep. And they had like 200 cameras wrapped around the whole building. with with standalone Alexa and Red cameras as well.
Right.
And it was a movie inside a video game, man. We had a director, producers. I was the lead actor, and I got to work with Idris Elba for a couple days. Rosario Dawson from She Got Game. Right. I got to work with Thomas Middleditch from he's a comedian, well-known comedian. Right. Who else I got to work with? Lamorne and a lot of others, man. And it was just an experience that I never had before that I'm glad I did have, because now I have that in my reservoir and in my resume. So, yeah, man. And it's crazy because I played 2K growing up. And I'm like, nah, I'm in 2K, and I was the face of 2K20's. Right. I'm also in 2K21 as well. So,
dope.
Yeah, which is cool as well.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Well, since you can't tell us what you got going on next, because it's hush, we just going to look forward to it. We have Godfather of Harlem coming soon, right? Got
that coming soon. Yep, next year.
What else? We got NBA 2K21.
NBA 2K21's out. Okay. I think I can talk about one of them. So one of them is Swagger, which is a show on Apple TV. It's a new show. Like I said, we started shooting in the beginning of the year. O'Shea Jackson, who is Ice Cube's son, is the lead. And I kind of play an antagonist, man, which is different from me, bro. But I can't really talk about go too deep in the details. But the only thing I can really say is me and O'Shea's character, we grew up together, we were friends, and something happened. Okay. So, but we kind of battled out on screen, which is dope. And he's a good dude, man, real good dude, talented, super talented, just like his father. And looking forward to go back and shooting that.
Awesome. And just one more question, just to kind of wrap it up. It's really, one thing I'm really enjoying is, I would say the fight, but I won't say that, but the competition of all the streaming services that are allowing people to create so much content. And I'm really seeing our people really shining in those particular avenues. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, I love it, man. I love the fact that with more of these streaming services, searching and grabbing content, the more that, we can, as Black people, put out more content. Right. We can be executive producers. Right. Hopefully we get more studio heads involved. We'll be studio heads. We can actually, hire. Well, that way we can hire more Black writers, more Black producers, more Black directors, more female Black directors, and to add more diversity into Hollywood, which is very, very important, because we need more content for our people, and not just the regular content. We need content that which is totally different than what we are used to, if that makes any sense. Like Jordan Peele is doing stuff that's like, man, this man is creating content that's like left field. That's what we need, though. You know what I'm saying? It stretches our mind, it stretches our value. And it, and it's relatable to everyone. So, I mean, to me, and especially because I'm a writer as well. So,
I was gonna say, where you at? When we gonna be able to see something?
I got like 3 scripts ready to go, man. So
Perfect.
Yeah, man, I'm my agent and I, we're sending my stuff out to studio heads and producers and directors, and we're getting some good feedback, man. But one of the projects I'm really excited about, man. It's my project. It's called the 25th Dynasty, which is based off the Kushites, or the ancient Nubians, so which were in essence Black pharaohs. And the story has never been told before, but and I've researched for like 5 years, and it took me like almost 2 years to write it. And my agent Tanya with W and me, we're getting the ball rolling on it. But this is gonna be a historical epic that's going to showcase our people as kings and queens, not the help, not as slaves. Like people love to portray us that, but it's going to show us as these Black pharaohs that the story was never told because of, honestly, racist historians and racist early Egyptologists that didn't want to really come to just that Black people, which is crazy because Egypt is in Africa, once ruled this thriving this thriving civilization called Egypt.
Right.
So I'm very excited about that. I'm also writing a novel right now, which is a young adult fantasy. It's about black wizards in New Orleans.
Black Wizards. See, now we're
Yeah.
talking. My favorite show is Charmed. I love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So all of that magic stuff, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. I'm writing a young adult fantasy. It's about, like I said, black wizards in New Orleans, which focuses on my main character is a young lady. Her name is Donna Marie, and she finds out she has these powerful gifts, and she goes to this school called Nolans, which is in New Orleans, and she saves the day because the school wants to turn the elders of the school wants to turn the students into like this army to take over the world, and she kind of saves the day. I can't really talk much about it, but that's it.
Dope. That's dope, man. Interesting. Now listen, you got a fan already. Let me know when it comes out.
Sure. Yeah, I got you, man. I'm like 75% done. I got a good 25% left. I should knock it out by early December. Send it off to editors, and my agent and I, we're gonna send it off to to try to get it published by early next year. So putting in this work, man.
That's it, and I love it. All the different channels, acting, writing. That's so dope and so important. I appreciate you, man. Keep doing it, man.
Always, bro. Always, man.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us today. Know you got to go. You got things to do. Guys, thank you guys for tuning in and watching our interview with Deric Augustine. So listen, y'all have to make sure Godfather of Harlem coming out soon. Y'all checking for that. Y'all play any of the NBA 2K games. I don't know if it's going to be on the PS5 or the Xbox, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whichever one you want to do.
They'll get them.
Check it out and just stay looking forward for this man. He's doing great things, guys. Thank you so much, Deric. Talk to you soon.
All right, thank you, King. I appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, peace, bro.